So what we're going to do today is we're going to replace a light bulb on the Malibu. See, look, this is light bulb's on. Yep, okay, and then look at the other one. It's off. So I've already popped the hood. Most modern cars, you can just reach around the back and replace the light bulb, have access to it and replace it. But Chevy Malibu did not do that. So we're going to need it to take this front piece off right here using the 10mm socket, and then we'll come over to this side, the passenger side. We got to remove these clips here, 1, 2, 3 clips, and then there's also a bolt here that we need to remove. We'll turn the wheel. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Then this is going to pop out, and we'll be able to replace it with a good new light bulb. So I'm going to go ahead and shut the lights off, and we'll get started. So for this job, we're going to need a 10mm socket right here. 10mm socket, a little pry bar, electric socket wrench if you've got one. If not, old school. And then we've got a few extensions to be able to access the point. First thing, we're going to remove this cover. One of the things that I like to do is I like to have my tools laid out ahead of time. That way I'm not traveling back and forth to the toolbox, and I've got everything right here ready to go. So I'm going to grab my driver here, put on my 10mm socket, and we're going to remove the pieces off of it. So get this plastic cover off first. And now, 2, 3, 4. So there's 5 on this side, so I expect there to be 5 on your side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Okay, one thing I just noticed is that generally all screws are about the same. And there's one thing, that not all screws are the same. So right here, see how generally all these screws are the same, except there are different ones. These two are different. See? 1, 2. Look over here. This is a flat one. So this one will go for this flat one right here. But then over here, this one with a raised edge, like that, it actually goes in there. It's got a spacer in there. So that's what the spacer's for. Alright, so we got that. Now we're gonna pop and that's why we have the pry tool. Alright, to release those, see it's a 2-part, it's not one whole piece. If it doesn't come out easy, you just go in, pop it, just pops under. It's gonna pop that piece right there. See, it's a 2-piecer. One piece, then another piece underneath that now will pop out like that. The first piece goes in. When it goes in, it expands the lower piece. That's why it wasn't releasing. So that's one that. And then it's going to be another one right here. That's going to pop out the same way. Okay. And that pops out. Handy tool. Likewise, we come over here. Go in. Pop it back. So there we go. That, and then that pops up. And then that pops up. And that, 2, 3. And this is number 4. We'll pop that up. And then that pops in. Pops that up. And we got 4 of these popper things out here. Just gonna keep them back together. And use a little pry bar. Okay. So now this piece just comes right off like that. Okay. So we got this piece out of the way. We're eventually going to have to remove this piece, but now I've got to move the steering wheel out of the way and move the tire. So now we have access to this side of the car. We're going to pop, and these, yeah, they don't have a second stage, so these just go in with the tool, pry it back, and these pop straight out just like that. 1, 2. Let's see, hang on. Just show you real quick. They're just barbed, and they go in. 3. Oh. And they pop straight back. And now there's a bolt here. Right there. Right here. That needs to come out. It's a 10mm bolt. There we go. Just kind of feeling around where it is. Just grab my wrench. Here's the bolt. Okay. So we're going to put the bolt here in our little handy dandy magnetic tray. It's pretty much the same size as the other bolts. Okay, now take this, peel it back.
Dad, there's a napkin on it, so I can put it on that. So the orange cannot get dirty.
Well, just eat your orange.
Why?
Because, and now, no, don't cake it, please. See, now that this is loose, I can now take this piece here and pull back. Pull back. Right here.
You broke it!
Well, no, I didn't break it. I'm taking it apart, which is different.
What? And then what?
Well, and then, so I'm just, this slides out. See? Right. And over here, these pieces
Dad, did you see me come out?
pop up.
Dad, did you
Pop
hear
up.
the orange eating
Pop
sound?
up.
Dad, do you see the orange eating sounds?
Yeah. Frankly, don't want to take off the entire bumper cover because all I need to do, come here, swing around, is take off that bolt right there. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, swing down. So there you go, right there. That's the bolt that needs to come out. And there's also a bolt here on the side.
I see it.
That bolt
Yep.
also needs to come out. But I want to make my life a little bit easier, so I'll take off,
The whole entire thing?
not the whole entire thing, just pop it back a little bit more. Back up, Archie.
Yahoo!
I'm going to pop this one more clip out from the bottom. That looks like it's out.
There. Daddy, this thing looks like a turret.
Oh, yeah, that's it. I'll be able to take it off.
Does this look like a turret?
So that bolt right there?
Yeah, this
It kind of does look like a turret. Yes, it does.
Yeah, but the black one does not look like a turret. This one's closer than
Okay. Since I can't get my electric driver in there, what I can just do is just go with a manual ratchet. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. And they're actually not very tight on at all. So I can just, now that it's loose, just loosen it with my hand. These plastic pieces, they're not held on very tight because you don't want to damage the plastic or the aluminum inside of them. So it comes out. Yes, they can. Not quite. So that loosens that piece right there.
Dad, you're not.
Okay.
You're not right. You're not.
Put that over here.
Not right, Dad. Who farted?
I don't know who farted. Then we get up one more.
Did you fart?
Oh man.
Did you fart? Yes or no? Alice, did you fart?
I'm gonna make my life a little bit easier. I'm almost gonna pull this here. That way. I give myself a little bit more room to take out this right here. Why do you think I'm not using the electric tool right here, Atlas?
Because it's too big.
Well, I could fit it in there if I really wanted to. And I'm just using my hands. Take a guess.
I don't know.
Because I don't want the bolt falling in. And when I take it out by hand, I have a lot more control of everything. And I get a better sense as to when it's going to pop out. See? Like it's about to come out. I can feel it. It's watering. And now I get the socket in my hand. And now also the screw. And boom. Okay, so now that we got those out, the assembly here is just gonna slide. Hi, Jake. Right out. It should just pop. What? Right out. It pops right out.
That the headlight.
Yeah, well, I have to.
That.
I can replace the light bulb. So that pops out.
Easy. Oh.
Easier.
Wait, can you take off this front part?
I can. Hey, Atlas, you can ask questions and make commentary if you'd like. You don't have to be quiet the whole time. This is kind of a conversation. This is some father and son time. So if you want to talk about something, it's a good time to talk and bring this up. But yeah, you don't have to be perfectly quiet.
I'd rather be quiet.
What's that?
I'd rather be quiet.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, there's a price sticker. Okay. Doo-doo-doo.
Hey, Dad?
Yes, Jake.
What is this?
That's the airbox.
I'm guessing this is battery.
Exactly. The battery's underneath that.
What's this?
Okay. That is part of the braking system. That's the ABS system.
But you said the car needs brake.
The-
The braking part.
No, that's the mobile. We gotta turn the brakes. Okay. Okay, just to give me some more room, I'm gonna remove some bolts from the bottom. Alright, so Atlas, look right here, just to make my life easier. There's this bolt here. I'm gonna take off.
And what is a car?
There's an automobile for use in transportation.
What is a bicycle?
It's also.
What is a police car?
This one, I think over there. Yep. Okay. So that's loosened up. It's gonna grab right there. But now Atlas, when I take, now that I release that, see how much more the bumper moves? It gives me more play with it, just taking tension off of it because it's held in by tension. And now I can just more easily take the headlamp assembly right here and pull it out like that. Okay? On American cars,
You broke it!
the ones, so right here in American cars, the standard format is the outside are the low beams, and the inside ones are the high beams. So that's how we know which one to replace. They're also indexed. Okay, So right here, it's very important when you get a new light bulb that you don't touch the glass part, because that can burn out. I'll explain to you why in just a second. So the glass part right here gets really, really, really hot, and it's designed to burn in a dry environment. Your hands are, well, human hands have grease on them. That grease gets on there, and it transfers heat, and then that causes the light bulb to overheat. So I'm just opening the clamp here and slide that back, and just like with faucets, lefty-loosey. And now there comes, this is the dead light bulb. You can see how it's there, how it's corroded. All right, I'm gonna now grab the live light bulb, the good one. Okay, it's Extra Vision H11. One thing that's interesting, Atlas, did you know that they're rated? This light bulb is rated for 230 hours. The car has daytime running lamps, so whenever the car's on, the headlights are on. So, it's the brighter light bulbs have less lifetime, so it's a balancing equation.
Right.
It's a balance to follow. This dead light bulb, I'll just set it over there. The new good light bulb, I'll carefully tear it out without touching it or letting it fall to the ground. Peel it back, peel it back. Woo! That was a close one. See, I'm grabbing back here. Now, yes, Archie. This is the new one, and this is the old one. Look at you see the spring in the middle? Atlas, do you see the spring in the middle? Okay, answer me, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, this the spring in the middle, the bad one, the spring in the middle, the good one. It's called the filament. The one on the right has a bad filament. The one on the left has a good filament. I'm not touching the glass. It's good practice to not touch the glass. The good one is here, because the oils in your hand will cause it to burn out. It'll overheat because of heat transfer. Right here, 1, 2, 3 index marks. Likewise, 1, 2, 3 openings in the housing. In the bezel, put it in, turn it, and it's going to lock in place. I'll feel it lock in place. Now that it's locked in place, return the connector, clap it both sides. It's nice and snug, like a bug in a rug. And now, before reassembling it, we'll test it. Alright, so stand back and show both headlights. That's record.
It works. Yeah.
Okay, so that's the low beams, and then I switch over to the high beams, and all 4 should be on. Are all 4 on?
Yeah.
Yep. So that's that. Now, low beams, dim the headlights, turn off the headlights, and you gotta reassemble it. In the reassembly process, I'll show you. See these things right here? These things go into specific holes in the body of the car. That makes sure that the light is stable and it's in the right place. So I just gotta move it back. Move the bumper cover back, back, back. And it slides back in place. And it's good. I'm just gonna wipe this down, but I'm not rubbing my greasy hands into it. Now, Archie, are you taking apart my tripod?
No, Dad, it's like
Yes.
I made a mistake, so yeah.
Okay.
Or turn like.
Mistakes will be made.
Hey, Dad.
Alright,
You
excuse
can
me.
put this. Hey, Dad, you can put something.
Okay, now,
Dad, you can
see how there's a nice flowing line right here?
Dad,
Right.
I think.
Film, give me an angle from here. Right here. See? Nice line.
No.
And it's straight and not crooked. Did it break?
The piece fell down.
Okay, I'll have to fix it in just a moment.
Yeah, it's very easy.
I hope so.
Dad, this piece goes on to the, I don't know.
Alright, so I'm gonna just put hand, see my hand right here? I'm just gonna put that in here. It used to be really easy to replace the light bulb. Used to be able to just,
No, it's depending what car it is.
yeah. The Mobius, not exactly easy either. I had to replace one headlamp. So that's why I don't like to use the super bright ones. Because,
They'll burn out faster.
yep. And because they have daytime running lamps, they're always running. Okay, so over here, other bolt. We'll replace it. We'll put it on the charger. Hey, Atlas, you can speak. You can hear on camera. Because Atlas, here. Atlas just told me that the battery's halfway gone. He's kind of camera shy. Archie, what are you doing with the drum?
Okay, see that video about fixing car, not a video about me.
Well, you are part of the video. Just tying it in.
Well, you're doing all the hard work.
Well, you're taping, you're filming here. So see now, because I want to make sure that the headlight is on right and it's level per se. I'm not putting tons of tightening pressure on it just yet. Not giving it the final squeeze. Because I'm just kind of temporarily setting it up. Archie, hang on. And now, just for comparison's sake, I look at the left and I look at the right. And come here. See the spacing on the fender, between the fender and the headlight, right here? This spacing and this line, right there. It's about the same. How it curves here. We didn't touch this piece. This piece got moved, but that piece stayed still. So, likewise right here, I'm comparing the spacing. It's pretty much the same. I mean, granted, this car is it's 8 years old now. To end by hand, I'm just going to take the wrench here, my 1/4 inch drive wrench, and I'm going to go ahead and tighten them down. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Say it all the time just to make sure I'm lined up. Put in my little socket here, my wrench. And these just need a little bit of a squeeze, not too much, because they're going on plastic. And then just feel it to where it starts to squeeze a little bit, and then just stop right there. And now over here, okay, swing around. This one right here. And now it's tightened into the body. And stop right there. Okay, now you gotta keep assembling the car pieces back. See these clips right here? These clips mount into here. So I'm gonna have to take him here, bring it up and over, so that grabs the bumper end. Then I'm gonna have to probably start slapping this around with the heel of my hand, so that it gets seated properly. Likewise over here, these pieces right here, these are gonna slide into these holes right there. So I'm gonna work my way from this side. Take this, prop it up. Put this up here. And stay right there. Now it's gonna slide into place. See, I'm pulling from way back here, not just here, to help me get leverage. Now back over here. Yep, swing back over here. Going from that side. And right here, I'm just gonna pull up on it. And now that sits in. Okay, now I gotta get this right here in. This lets in. This kind of comes down a little bit. Excuse me. Just gotta shimmy it into place. Because the piece wouldn't fit. It was at a weird angle. I ended up using a universal joint right here. It looks like this. That way I could get the right angle because it just tucked so deep into the wheel well. Here, so I use one of these. So can I see this for a second? See, and this is what it ended up looking like. Because I couldn't get the extension wrench in. If I put the extension socket, the socket extension, it just wasn't lining up. So I just used this right here, a universal joint, and a little bit of extension. I was able to get it right in. I put the bottom screw in already, and now I just have to finish popping the other clips in. All right, here you go. Let's hold the camera. So next are these barbed clips. Oh, there, somewhere behind. Gotta try to beat the rain here. The barbed clips that go in. 1, 2. Barb clip right here. You got the 3 barbed clips. You remember what comes next, Atlas?
Let me put that thing on over there.
All right. Pop this piece on here. I'll just put that on there. Then we put in the quick release clips. These go right here. 1. See this going like that, and then push down.
That's way more quicker than getting them out.
Yeah. Well, because when we got them out, I wasn't really sure what to do. There's the learning curve. So then this last one here. Pull this in back. Here like that.
Hands are dirty.
Yeah, working on a car's not exactly a clean job. Let's do this. Pop back. Like that. Either way, pop that in. Pop this little bit of clip in. Okay. Get the 10mm socket. Here, the extension. Okay. Already got this here. We'll start with these 2 center ones. Ready, tighty, lefty, loosey. That's it. Let's slow down. That's it. So I'm absorbing the extra torque with my hand. That way I don't risk anything.
One, two, three.
Here. These right there.
Camera waterproof?
Huh?
Is this camera waterproof?
Not exactly, but a little water won't hurt it. Then this is the last one. And congratulations, Atlas. You don't have... Hey, Atlas.
Yeah.
Okay, congratulations. We checked the tray. We don't have any leftover screws. We checked the other tray. No leftover screws. We're done. Thank you. Up high. High five. All right. Go put the camera in the charger. Cut.